Welcome to Top 10 USA, home of the Rocket platform. Please follow our replacement procedures and be sure to use appropriate ESD standards and techniques throughout the replacement process. If these procedures are not followed appropriately, damage to your SAN as well as data loss may occur. If your machine is covered under the Rocket Plus subscription and you have any questions or concerns throughout the replacement process, please open a ticket through the Rocket Platform customer portal. Your first step is to access the group manager of your Dell EqualLogic array. There are two methods to accessing your array. If you already know how to access the Dell EqualLogic Group Manager, please skip to 1 minute and 9 seconds. If you are utilizing SAN Headquarters, you will want to launch the SAN Headquarters client. Once SAN Headquarters is loaded, you will see a list of current groups managed by SAN Headquarters on the left-hand side of the page. From here, you will need to select the particular group with the current issue. You will right-click on the group name and select Launch Group Manager and log in using your login credentials. If you are accessing your Dell EqualLogic via a web browser, open up your preferred browser. In the address bar, either enter the host name of your SAN or the management IP address of the EqualLogic. Once you see a login prompt, please enter your login credentials. Now that you are logged into the EqualLogic Group Manager, you are going to need to identify the EqualLogic array with the issue. On the left-hand side of the page, you are going to select the particular array that currently has an indicator marking. In the center of the screen, you will see a row of tabs across the top of the page. You will need to go to the Maintenance tab of the Dell EqualLogic array. Toward the right-hand side of the page, we are going to see a section with identification information of this array. Be sure to click the Start LED flashing. You will need the LED indication turned on for any service procedure in order to identify the faulty SAN with ease. If either of these methods do not work or the machine is inaccessible, contact us directly. When replacing a control module on a Dell EqualLogic array, you will need to first identify through the group manager which control module is currently failed and ensure it is in either the secondary state or the not installed state. For you to identify the failed control module, you will go under the Controllers tab in the group manager. From the Controllers tab, you can see the information regarding the control modules that are currently installed. The controllers will be in one of three states: active, secondary, and not installed. The not installed state will only be shown if the controller cannot boot or no controller is currently installed. If the control module is in either the secondary or not installed state, then it is safe to proceed with replacing the faulty controller. Please skip to 3 minutes and 10 seconds. If the control module is in the active state, you will need to force it into the secondary state. During a period of low IOs or off hours, log into the group manager. Select the member with the faulty control module and navigate to the Maintenance tab. Under the Maintenance tab, select the option Restart. After selecting the option, you will be prompted to input the management password. Once the password has been accepted, the system will restart the active control module, causing the secondary control module to take the active role. You must now wait for the faulty controller to reboot and is shown to the secondary state in the Controllers tab. If the controller still reports as not installed after an hour of waiting, the control module has failed to boot and is safe to replace. Now that you have identified which control module has failed and ensured it is ready for replacement, you will need to identify the positioning of the control module. Navigate to the Status tab. From the Status tab, we can see a graphical representation of the front of the array on the left-hand side of the tab. Above this graphic, select the Rear View option. This will change the view of the graphic to the rear of the array, allowing you to identify the position of the failed control module. As you see here, the controller in slot 0 is in the top slot within the rear of the array. Using the LED indication you had turned on, locate the array. The array should have every indication light on the machine flashing. Once the array has been identified, you will need to turn off the indicator lights. Enter into the Group Manager and make sure you're still selected on the faulty member. Open up the Maintenance tab and on the right-hand side, select the option Stop LEDs Flashing. In the rear of the machine, you will see the control modules. If the control module is in the secondary state now, it will have a green light for the PWR light and an amber light for the ACT light. If the control module is in the not installed state, the controller will have a green light for the PWR and a red light for the ERR. The PWR light indicates whether or not the control module is receiving power. The ACT light indicates whether the controller is in the active, green, or secondary, amber. The ERR light will light up red to indicate an error within the controller during the boot process. Confirm the control module with the fault matches what was seen in the Status tab of the Group Manager. Once you have confirmed which control module is faulted, label the network cables according to how they are currently oriented. After you labeled your cables, remove them from the ports. You will see a screw on each side of the control module. Turn these screws in a counterclockwise direction until they have released from their slots. On the left-hand side of the controller, you will see a metal plate. Push the metal plate to the right. Now pull the metal levers on the sides of the controller towards you. Once the levers have extended fully, pull straight back on the controller until it has been removed from the system. You will need to move the compact flash card from the faulty controller to the replacement controller. On the top of the faulty controller, you will see the compact flash card in its compact flash slot. Grab the compact flash card and pull it straight back out of the slot. On the replacement controller, take the compact flash you had taken from the faulty controller and insert it into the compact flash slot. Once the compact flash is inserted fully, the control module will be ready to be inserted into the machine. Open the levers on the replacement control module all the way, then insert the controller into the now open slot. Make sure the controller is oriented in the same direction as the controller that was just removed from the slot. Once seated around 90% of the way, the metal levers would catch into their slots. Once the levers begin to catch, push the levers shut, causing the controller to seat the rest of the way. Once seated all the way, slide the metal plate all the way to the left, and then turn the screws in a clockwise direction, while applying a light amount of force. Attach the cables according to how you labeled them. Return to the Group Manager and check on the status of the array. The controller you had just replaced should now have a battery status of low voltage charging. It will take approximately 8 to 12 hours for the battery of the control module to charge. After the controller is done charging, it will be safe to close this call out. If the control module fails to come back online or other issues arise, please contact us directly. Thank you for choosing the Rocket Platform, the evolution of hardware maintenance.
Thanks for watching. This has been another video by the Top 10 USA Video Production Team. We look forward to sharing more content with you going forward, so please check out our YouTube channel and please subscribe so that you get notified whenever we release a new piece of content.